Hi everybody, it's Lucy. I was going to try and channel my very best Jilly Cube tonight, but then I accidentally mixed my paint with school glue and not glue all. So I'm still going to do my best to channel Jilly Cube, but with school glue and not glue all. So these paints, I bought a set of Mont Marte paints quite a while ago now, thinking that they were, a good size, and of course they were teeny tiny. And I've used all of the other ones, and these were the colors that were left. And so I thought, okay, I'm just going to use them all in the same pour and see how it goes. I'm going to do a swipe. And yeah, I guessed my consistency tonight. So they're not exactly the same, I don't think, but they're close. The green is probably a little thinner than the rest. I got a little bit slap happy. So anyway, this is 60% glue, 40% water. School glue. The Elmer's variety, that is. Okay, my colors, as I said, all Mont Marte. This one is burnt umber. This one is yellow ochre. This one is light green. This one is vermilion. This one is lemon yellow. And this one is burnt sienna. So I've used the whole tube. I have mixed them probably approximately 50-50 with the glue water mix, and the consistency, I have no idea whether or how you could see it, but it's kind of, yeah, like that. It's a bit runny. It's probably a little bit too runny, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. The white, I mixed up a little bit of white, Artist Loft, again about 1-to-1 I would say with the glue. There is 1 drop of silicone per color, nothing in the white. This is the Spot On Precision Pouring Oil that I have, that I think is very similar to the treadmill oil, but this is what arrived when I ordered it. Okay, I am going to put the white aside because I'm just going to put a little bit on. I am going to swipe in the brown. Yeah. And then I'm going to pour the colors on similarly to how Jilly would pour her colors on, in just some random order, trying to bury this mustardy color at the bottom. I think I'll swipe this way, so therefore I want to put my colors kind of this way, so that's what I'll do. Okay, so here we go. All right, well, that's pretty. Not a color that I love particularly. Well, not at all, actually. It's not my color. It doesn't, I don't possess anything in this color. I've not got anything painted in this color. I very rarely use this color, but hey, I had it left over, and why not use it up? So that was the yellow ochre, I think. Now let's put some of this really rather vivid green on. This is the one I think I've mixed. It's a little bit thin, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here and whether it goes all sludgy with the color that's underneath it. Oh man, this looks awful. Oh, it looks like pea soup. That's what that color underneath looks like, is that thick French Canadian pea soup. Kind of that, or something you'd find in a diaper. Also looks like that. All right, that's the green. This is the vermilion. I love the color vermilion. I'm just not sure whether I love the color vermilion with these 2 other colors that I've put down on here so far. This is just shockingly awful. So I'm very interested to see if this is, whoops, going to turn out at all. It's always interesting. But yeah, this is vermilion, and again 1:1 with the pouring medium, which in this instance is full glue and water. I poured a lot of paint today. It's been one of those days where I couldn't sleep and I got up early and excuse me, didn't really want to do very much. I had a busy weekend and wanted to just relax, and yeah, poured a lot of paint. It's been awesome. This is lemon yellow. Oh goodness, this is really quite something. Really quite something. And then this one, raw sienna, I think that's what it is. Again, very orangey. Yeah, this is not my jam at all, not my colors. I find it difficult to pour with colors that I'm unfamiliar with, because I'm not sure what they're going to do, you know. It's like I just instantly assume that all of these are just going to meld into some extraordinarily revolting color of brown, and nobody's going to be able to resurrect it from anywhere. But you know, we'll give it a shot. A little bit of white in here, maybe to break up this unpleasant stuff that is currently down here. I do not have any silicone in the white paint. I have 1 drop of silicone in the other paints, but nothing in the white. Then I've got a little bit of leftover black from earlier. It is mixed in a completely different medium, but I think I'm just going to give it just a little tiny bit of a drizzle, just because I think it needs something that isn't yellow toned, you know. This could be a mistake as well, because dragging black through these colors is not something I would ever do, but giving it a shot. All right then. And I'm going to swipe with the brown. Oh, actually, you know what? I need to tip this about, cover my sides. That's what I have to do. All right. So I'm just going to very simply pour down that way, cover my sides, bring it back a little bit, take it over to that corner, take it over there. If I don't quite make the corner, that's absolutely fine. Take it down this way, push it over to this corner, give that one a shot, and then pull it down this way, back to the middle. Oh my goodness. So sorry about my voice today. I sound like an old trucker. Not that that's a bad thing, but not something I strive for usually on the daily. All right, well, they've already mixed to some unpleasant dirty color. So let's see how this one goes. This is going to be extraordinarily interesting. I'm just going to plop some color on the corner there, run my fingers underneath. It's very sticky, this glue mixture. I haven't used it in a long time. I think I might just drizzle a tiny little bit more black on there, just to try to give it some extra dimension. I think that's fine. I don't want to put too much, because then it'll all be just a disaster. All right, swipe color. Oh, brown, here we go. I'm going to swipe this way. So I'm just going to run it across the bottom here, just a little bit across there. All right, wish me luck. I've got some clear things here. I'm going to go for the full thing. Okay, pop it down in there, make sure all of your areas are touching, and then, oh, that's dragged it right off the canvas. And just slowly drag it, and then try not to completely wipe it off the end. You can always just give it a little tip just to get it going a little bit. And I'm going to bring it back down this way a tiny bit because I'm a little shy on paint where I started that swipe because it was a little bit too hard. So this is doing absolutely nothing for me at all. Whoops, I forgot to wipe my swipey tool thing. So I'm going to put some more brown on, and I'm going to give it another go. Because this is singularly uninteresting. Maybe, even though it's a completely different medium, I'm going to darken this down a little. I'm just going to drop a little bit of this black into here, just to darken this down to more of like a deeper chocolatey color. Oh god, I'm not sure there's anything that can save this one, but let's give it a try. Maybe a little bit more, and then make sure it rolls off the side. All right, that's way too much. So let's see. I'm going to try a smaller piece of, oh, I've dropped them all. Oh no, there they are. I'm going to try a smaller piece so it's not quite so, you know, wide. It's a little bit better. The colors are still really terrible, but there are some pretty cells popping up here. So there's always an upside. Try and get there. And then I might, oh, this runoff down in here is stunning. Stunning. Okay, I'm not sure that I really need to torch this. I think I'm just going to let it sit and do its thing, because I think if I torch it, it's going to go crazy, and then I will start to see things that I don't necessarily want to see. I'm just going to move it backwards and forwards very slightly, just to get a little bit of the paint rubbing together, maybe create a few more cells here and there. But I don't really want to break up the ones that are there because they're just getting going on their own. So not a horrendous outcome. The color's really not my jam. Oh, this is a 10 by 10 canvas, by the way. Artist Loft, I believe, the cheap ones, the ones that come in a pack of 8 or 10 for like $15 or something like that. So that is the outcome of that little pour there, just to use up some of that Mont Marte paint. Give it a little shout out to Jilly, because her videos are just worth getting out of bed for. I tell you, she's just fantastic. And I love her style, because she just goes for it, and I really enjoy that style, because that's what I tend to do myself. Is I don't do too much planning. I often don't do any weighing. I just kind of, oops, I apologize, I'm putting my head in the way, I think, again. I just kind of wing it and see what happens, and sometimes it's an absolute disaster, and other times, yeah, you know, it could have been better, but it also could have been worse. So if I kind of, you know, go along those lines, I'm often relatively happy with the things that I've done, but there's always room for improvement, which is why these videos I have found to be completely invaluable. So thank you to everybody who has helped me learn a little bit about paint. The first time I touched it was 12 months ago, so I'm kind of digging it. Anyway, thank you once again. I'm going to take my glove off. I'm going to call this done, and this is a very 1970s inspired pour. It just screams bad clothing and bell bottoms and, you know, the Grateful Dead and that kind of stuff. It's not my colors at all, but you know what, it's kind of fun, and I managed to get some decent sales with the school glue, and it wasn't a complete disaster in the end. I will show you what it's like when it's dry and take a couple of close-up pictures before I post it. All right, thanks so much, everybody. Have a great evening. Bye.